Moving is supposed to be a fresh start, but for many, it turns into a sophisticated, costly scam. Your life's belongings held hostage in a truck until you pay triple the agreed price. It's a calculated scheme. And this nightmare almost always starts with a moving quote that sounds unbelievably good. These aren't just bad businesses. They break California law, like illegally charging by cubic foot. Here's how to spot them. We'll show you every warning sign, from the first call to the final contract. Your first check, before anything else. Does the company have a valid CAL-T number? This is mandatory. This permit number must be on their website, ads, and trucks. Verify it on the state's official website. Next, find their address. Real movers have a physical location, not just a P.O. box allowing them to vanish. Be suspicious of constant name changes. Rogue operators do this to escape bad reviews and the law. On moving day, look at their truck. Is it an unmarked rental? Professionals use branded equipment. But even with a real name and truck, how do they set their trap? It all begins with the quote process. The scam starts when they refuse an in-person or video survey. A phone-only quote is bait, meant to be inaccurate. That incredibly low price isn't a real estimate. It's a tactic to get you booked, so you stop shopping around. Then comes the pressure. They'll say the deal is for today only, rushing you before you can do proper checks. No survey, a low price, and high pressure all serve one goal: to avoid giving you a binding, legitimate estimate. You've accepted the quote. Now they spring the next trap, the paperwork that makes their scam look legal. Be honest, have you ever signed a contract without reading it all? Scammers depend on that habit. But in California, your contract must state a not-to-exceed price for local moves. Without it, you have no price cap. They are also required by law to provide a booklet called Your Rights and Responsibilities When You Move. Watch for vague contracts they promise to fill in later. Never, ever sign an incomplete document. The contract must also show proof of insurance. Without it, your belongings have zero protection from damage or loss. Remember that too good to be true price? A contract with no not-to-exceed clause is how they legally ignore it. Now, here's how they inflate the bill. They'll charge by cubic feet, which is illegal for moves within California. They also invent fees on moving day for accessorial services, like stairs or a long walk from the truck to your door. You may also see absurd charges for basic materials, like charging a fortune for moving pads or standard shrink wrap. And how do they want payment? A huge cash deposit is a major warning. It's untraceable and leaves you no recourse. So, you have a fake quote, a vague contract, and a long list of hidden fees. Let's see how this all connects. The hostage load is a system. The low quote wins the job. The lack of a price cap gives them legal cover. The hidden fees justify the new price. With your belongings on their truck, they hold all the power. They present the new enormous bill and refuse to unload until you pay cash. Another layer is broker deception. The company you hired just sells your job to the lowest bidder, often an unlicensed operator. From the missing CAL-T number to the pressure tactics and illegal fees, every red flag works together to hold your life for ransom. Fraudulent movers succeed when consumers don't know the rules. But the warning signs are there from the very first contact. Here is your 3-step defense plan. 1. Verify their CAL-T number. 2. Insist on a visual survey. 3. Demand a written, not-to-exceed price. Following these 3 steps will screen out nearly every scam operator in California. You will be in control. Protect yourself and your community. Always check official state resources before hiring anyone. Share this information to stop the next victim.